up, guys, boys and girls, cats, squirrels? We are back.
True believers.
The last day of Adepticon 2022 live from the Exploration Hall. We are back with, the Power Phase covering day 2 of the Contest of Champions.
Yes.
Today we have 2 people we've seen before. We all know them. We all love them. Mr. Nate GG from the Gamers Guild going up against Omnus Protocol from Omnus Protocol.
Yeah, and so they changed this up a little bit, right? Because we had 4 undefeated players. And so this is a head-to-head against those 4 undefeated players from yesterday with day 1 of the Contest of Champions, where we started with 66 players overall, and it has come down to these 4. The final 4, the Fantastic 4, some may say.
The Elite 4, even.
The Elite 4. I like the alliteration, though.
Right. Yeah, that's super fair.
The uneliminated 4, the Fighting 4. I don't know, what are we fighting for? Not war. That's what it's good for. It looks like we've got some...
so this is Omnus. We got rosters
Omnus is rostered. Dang, these guys, I'm telling you, the nice thing about this being a 2-day event is there is no, oh, what am I doing? What's happening? How long is it going to take to check in? Like, these guys are ready. There's no farting around. We're ready.
To go.
They're the non-farting 4. Give us our crises, Dan.
I got our crises already. We have portals overrun the city with spider people, spider portals, and Montesi formula found.
Wow.
We got some more books.
Yeah.
We don't know the point value yet. Oh, they haven't decided on point value yet. It'll be either 17 or 18, so not a huge difference there.
Okay. And both crises that we saw yesterday.
Chuck said 17.
17 threat, okay. And Omnus is bringing Storm, Rogue, Beast, Domino, X-23, Toad, Black Panther, Corvus and the Reality Stone, Proxima, and Thanos in the Mind / Space Stone.
So Big
cool.
Chuck, we got pictures of these too, so we can send them to Xavier's Protocols, right? Of these roster lists.
Beautiful.
T2000, welcome, man.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of the roster so we can send the data to Mr. Xavier Protocols.
Send that data right over to the mothership.
Fax it right now.
I sent it to their pager.
Don't you still fax regularly?
Yeah.
In your work?
Thank you.
I do.
It's weird. It seems like last century technology.
Medical files, man. That's
medical
what it's all
files.
about.
Omnus' tactics cards. He's got To Me My X-Men, First Class, Med Pack, Brace for Impact, Sacrifice, Indomitable, Climbing Gear, Marked for Death, Disarm, and Mothership.
Beautiful.
So, cool. So that's what we've got coming down the pike from Omnus.
And then Nate, we do know...
Nate doesn't have a paper for me yet.
Oh, Nate doesn't have a paper.
Nate's grabbing his paper, but we know he's playing...
How 2022 of him.
Right.
Not to have paper.
Yeah, he's, listen, he's going to get it to his beeper. We'll get updated here shortly.
Yep. He's going to have to find the payphone. Call it 1-800-COLLECT.
All right, so going into this, we know we got some X-Men. We know we got some Avengers.
Yep.
Nate, an absolutely huge fan of Mr. Rogers.
I'm excited. I think you see a Hulk up there on the table.
Yeah, looks
Not
like
that
it.
means we're going to have a Hulk, but...
I heard Mr. Rogers, and I couldn't help but picture, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Wearing
Also
the red
would be
cardigan.
able to wield the hammer, let's be honest.
Legitimately,
my gosh, yes.
Yeah, Captain America and Mr. Rogers, both great neighbors. But will they be good neighbors to the X-Men? Traditionally, not really.
I feel like they're the neighbors who would, give you a complimentary mow of your lawn if you were, not up on it and, the city was going to come after you because, your grass is 6 inches long. They would be like, I'll just mow it for them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, NBD.
They would do that.
They are certainly also the people that would let you know that they did it for you. Oh,
Yes.
I saw it was getting long.
Yep.
Your lawnmower must be broken.
Just so you know.
I will say Nate is most likely running Avengers.
You think Nate's going to run Avengers?
Most likely.
Is that
That's-
Taylor's?
Of the game. Man, that might be a good call. It might be a solid one. I think we might just see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, everybody. Wraith, welcome. Good to see you. Texas, War Gamer, and T2000. Listen, it is all happening right here, right now. The Contest of Champions coming in to the second to last round.
Yeah.
I got my call of the day. I'm not going to make any correct predictions. Still.
Accurate.
I mean,
I thought I had
a sure thing.
easy one with Corvus and
Yeah.
Proxima, and then Omnus was just like, he must have heard me say it, and then he was like, nope, I'm not going to do
What's that?
They're not going to trigger each other
Right.
to go.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Sure Thing.
Shucks.
But sorry to cut you off there, Dan.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten a single one right.
I mean, just in general, I think there's not a single person that wouldn't have put money on Corvus Midnight and
Corvus Midnight and Proxima Glaive?
Yeah, Proxima Glaive, making sure each other were activating in turn, but, you know, sometimes that's why you have to watch it here live at Adepticon, because you simply, there is no sure thing. It's just not existent here.
And we can make the predictions and the, as it were, but ultimately it's up to the dice. You never know what these players are going to do, which tactics cards they're going to throw out, and when. Like, it's anybody's game.
Sometimes you brace only to prevent a single damage.
Right.
And then She-Hulk somehow dies. You know,
who saw that coming?
And that brace being the right call,
we're going 18 threat, seems like.
I can't even get the threat correct.
Well, that was literally told to us, Dan.
Of the game is already correct.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Does that mean
wait, what?
If it's correct, then I'm not?
Is it Schrodinger's prediction?
Yeah, you already didn't get anything right about the threat.
Correct and incorrect?
Wow. Oh, yeah, we should probably put it under a box. Wait to see what happens to Omnus. Looking at his roster, looking very intent.
Yeah.
Honestly, very legitimately, this could have been the finals right here, folks. So let's see which one will go on to continue into the contest of Champions. I told you long ago on the road, these are the games you're waiting for.
It's why my emote fits so well, Wraith, that it's just, I'm confused all the time.
You got the other as well from the other game? Oh. Xavier Protocols, half of it is being faxed over to you right now. The other half, you know, will be along shortly. T2000, where are we from? We are from the beautifully unsunny upstate New York.
It's kind of sunny.
One of the few places that gets more rainy days than Seattle.
That is true. Yep.
It'll be beautiful soon.
Yeah,
soon.
Spring, you know, we'll start getting leaves on trees again. Right now, it's just kind of gray.
It's that weird point in between seasons where it's like all the snow is gone, so it's all just like brown and gray and pretty gross.
Yeah.
But today, we're in the, actually for today, sunny Schaumburg, Illinois. So,
get your butts down to Adepticon, down at Schaumburg, Illinois. It's a great China, Illinois reference for anyone that's ever seen the show that I think was on for half a minute.
There you go.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, typical German weather. Yeah, it's funny. The more I, like, branch out and talk to people, and, you know, Dan and I went to Seattle and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, we really do have crap weather. But a lot of people have crap weather, so.
You know, I think that's what makes us so natural on a Grim Podcast, A Perilous Adventure, is to have that really traditional UK weather.
Right.
We're already in our souls.
A little bit damp. Just a little bit damp.
So we can bring that grim and perilous perspective to a Warhammer 4th Edition podcast, you know?
Oh, man. I don't know. Rainy days, though, I kind of don't. If you can just curl up with a book, you know, I've got this spot in my house where I put my feet up on the heater. It's lovely.
I always liked rainy days as a kid because there's no expectation to go play outside when I didn't want to anyway.
Yeah, Dan hates being outside and hates the sun, and I am solar powered, so that's great.
It's not so much that I hate the sun, is that the sun is not very kind to me.
The sun hates you.
It's like cats. People always think, oh, you hate cats. I'm like, no, it's what cats do to me that make me feel really not nice, and I don't like it, so I don't like being around them.
Yeah, to be fair, Dan has in fact fallen prey to a couple Ponzi schemes that were perpetrated by some local feral cats. So it is sometimes difficult. They go door to door, they're knocking, they're being like, hey, you know, I heard about this new coin, it's a great investment opportunity, and now's the time to get in. And he's like, listen, normally I don't write a check to a cat, but
you made it sound so
not
good.
Never.
Yeah, you're wearing a tie, you got to know what you're doing. What's that?
We're starting the reveal up here.
We're starting to see exactly what we're going to be getting here. Chuck, do we have all the rosters in now?
All rosters are in.
All rosters are in.
You sure?
Okay.
We didn't hear Nate's roster.
Not yet.
No, we haven't seen Nate in this event. We saw Nate in the What If a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, we saw him. Guess what he was playing in What If as well? Happened to be Avengers. I mean,
Oh, we got Omnus'
here we
squad.
go. Ominous.
All right. Oh. Okay. Interesting.
All right, what is Omnus running?
So we got, looks like X-Men Gold with Storm, Domino, X-23. We've seen a lot of. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
A couple of splashes with Corvus Glaive and Black Panther.
Ooh,
The first time
okay.
we've seen Black Panther
Yeah,
all
yeah.
week,
It
which
is.
is exciting.
I'm really excited to see Domino. You guys know Domino holds a special spot in my heart. Love her. His tactics cards, he is taking Brace for Impact, Indomitable, Sacrifice, Med Pack, and First Class, of course.
Nice.
All right,
So-
for
Good team.
the Natimus GG, we have, guess what? It's Avengers with Captain America, also Black Panther.
Oh, snap.
What?
Yeah, we are going to be...
It's like 0 to 60.
Right.
Like, no Black Panthers, both Black Panthers.
You know, I don't think that was anyone's of the day that we were going to
For
see
sure.
two Black
No.
Panthers there, but listen, we are. They are going to be on the table. Dan, what else does Nate GG have in store?
We've got Dr. Voodoo. We haven't seen in a little while.
Yeah,
Did
Black
we see him
Cat.
at all yesterday?
I almost don't think we did at
I
all.
don't think so.
Black
Okay.
Cat, who's been very popular, and Luke Cage, which
Ooh.
we haven't
Oh.
seen since What If also.
Okay.
Very excited. I got a new call for the day
Ooh.
for this match. Black Cat's going to kick somebody in the nethers and take their objective.
Oh, that would be a great utilization of her.
Going to make
Yeah.
some trouble.
His tactics cards, he's bringing Indomitable, Avengers Assemble, Field Dressing, Heroes for Hire, and Med Pack.
So, let's go ahead and see Wraith apparently checking out the Slithering.
That's
one of the
awesome, yes.
Patreon only shows. First episode is available on YouTube as well down below. Check that out.
Right in the middle of the table.
Oh, we
We've
got
got
the
deployment.
Okay,
Hey,
we already
I'm-
got
Map up
deploying.
This is the thing with players like this. They are not
They
messing
are
around.
ready to go.
We now have crazy time constraints today, I don't believe, because there's only 2 planned games.
Correct.
2 rounds here, so
All right,
you might
Mr.
see
Taylor.
a little bit,
Can I see the crisis cards again, please?
I don't want to say conservative.
The crisis cards.
It might not be as chop, chop, chop as we saw yesterday.
Right, and I know that that was something that was talked about in chat where it seemed like a really quick rushed round, but the beauty of this game is that you don't have to devote an entire day to playing a game. You can get a game done in, some would say, 37 minutes.
That's true. And that was a streamed game, too.
It was a streamed game.
Think about all the other, complications and slowdowns with a stream game. Listen, you can play this game pretty quick.
Yep.
You can get in a couple games. This
Yeah.
is a great one to pick up, play, stop by your LGS, and get in a game or two before you head home.
Yep.
Some would say we could do this all day.
So, some might say we could do this all day.
And we have done this all day.
That's
For
true.
multiple days. It's been awesome covering all these events at Adepticon. Super exciting seeing, even though we have seen Omnus and Nate GG already, they're still bringing, that's the beauty of bringing 10 characters in a list where you
Yeah.
can really customize it. You could bring a whole new roster
Correct.
each game, so it's
Well,
really cool.
And like we saw, Dan, if you were to make a bet, if you were to make a call of the game for Omnus this time, if you were to make the opposite bet as before, that the marriage innate for Corvus and Proxima was not going to be used, I think you would be in a good spot here.
I still
As-
think he's going to use it.
Okay.
It just won't work.
It just, I gotcha. All right,
I
so
feel like that's a little too obvious. He can't even use the power.
so we got 2 bodyguards down for Nate. We have Luke Cage as well as the King Captain America himself. Domino for Omnus. Protocol on the right here, dead center, and it looks like we are getting a storm as well.
All right, storms a brewing.
I hear it rumbling.
We've seen a
No,
lot
it's
of
just
back
my
and
stomach.
Oh, gotcha.
Neo,
I'm
yes.
good.
Yes,
Calling
9
it.
hours. We did have a break for lunch, but we did stream for 9 hours straight yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, there we
Ooh,
go.
all right.
Love to hear it.
A little bit of healthy banter.
Good natured. Yeah,
Yes.
banter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Friends, longtime friends, these guys. What's
Oh,
that?
there might be.
Witty. It might be witty banter.
Witty.
Both of these mercs got mouths. All right, Nate GG looks like he will be deploying.
Interested to see what Storm we get this match. Is she going to be one hit down Storm, or is she going to be Storm doing work like she did for Omnus last night?
Right. I think it all depends on where they got their dice from.
That's true.
You know, did they get them from that lady in the parking lot with the house with chicken legs?
I will say,
Baba Yaga.
I did see some tickets on the Baba Yaga house outside the parking lot of the convention center here, so I do believe that it was forcibly moved. All right, Nate GG is dropping who on the board? Black Panther.
It'll be interesting. We've seen a lot of lists pair up, you know, Hulk on Hulk, Juggernaut on Juggernaut, now Black Panther on Black Panther. It's always interesting to see where the deployment happens. Are we going, you know, Black Panther straight across from each other? Are we trying to deploy in different zones to avoid each other? It'll be interesting.
Absolutely.
I feel like Black Panther's one that doesn't really want to stack up against himself.
Yeah.
Because he's very defensible.
Okay.
His offense is not bad, but it's going to be tough to get damage through from Black Panther onto Black Panther. I feel like he wants to go after. Like, I would put, if I were Nate, I would probably match my Black Panther up against Storm.
Okay.
Because she's not very defensible. He needs to get, his attacks are super close range anyway, so he doesn't care about her smoke cover.
Yeah. Looks like
Correct.
we've got a black cat
mist
going
cover.
down on Nate's side.
And Dan, to your point, I completely agree there. So Omnus Protocol, being the gold X-Men, is going to make Black Panther actually a little bit more defensive with that cover, who's already difficult to put damage on.
Yeah.
All right, so Omnus Protocol deploying X-23, who we have only been seeing punching a clock and doing more work than she is certainly paid
Yes.
for. And then Nate dropping that cat.
Arguably, you know, in chat they were saying X-23 is what everyone had hoped that Wolverine would be, and I think that we'll see a lot more of her and a lot less of him,
Yeah.
Yes.
despite now having the fastball special with Colossus.
Correct.
Although that might kind of like reinvigorate him for some people because of that nostalgia, but I think if you're going like strictly just for the user ability, I think X-23 is the way to go.
100%. Neo, yes, Ravensguard won his game here yesterday against
Yeah.
Paul. It was super great to see both of those
Oh,
guys.
so fun.
Wolverine.
Listen up, sports fans. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out, beat-em-up fight. You're going to want to go get snacks. Can I get the table anything before this gets underway?
I'm good.
Can I get a Chuck, yeah?
Chuck, yeah, you can.
Oh,
Oh,
Chuck,
beautiful.
yeah.
That's all I needed.
Dan, do you need anything?
Can I get a big check? You do it
No.
way better than I do. He walked away. That was so perfect.
All right,
Corvus
Corvus
and
is down. Corvus and who?
Voodoo.
Hoodoo?
The voodoo that you do.
Do what?
Ooh.
You're too young to know the labyrinth, I'm sure.
I'm way too young.
To know what
I tried to
labyrinth
make that
I
joke
mean-
like 8 times this week, and nobody knows.
Dan, I am the same age as you, and I also don't know
I
Labyrinth.
know, because
so
we only watched
you,
half of it, and then they took it back off of Netflix.
you can't blame it on Taylor's baby age.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't remember a lot of the words either because David Bowie's there. Oh, we got a handshake. Honor is intact.
All right.
They are both squared off in the center of the table.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like it.
it was a good idea to move that center console out of view because we are going to see an absolute friendship hugging competition.
Looks like they're
in the
choosing
center
violence.
of the board. It does seem like that.
What do we have for throws on the table right now? Storm? Voodoo? Is that it?
Storm, Voodoo.
Does Black Panther have a little throw?
No, he's
he
got
can
some
throw,
pushes.
Can he throw characters with his, like, telekinetic or
It's a push.
kinetic thing? I know his strike has a push, because I don't like that you have to
Starting with Luke
push.
Cage.
Starting
with Luke Cage. Ah,
yeah,
yeah.
they are both. Everything's pushes there.
Oh, yeah, he's okay. Black Panther has 2 different pushes. All right, Luke up right up the middle. Aggressive play by Nate.
I guess we could say Black Panther can in fact throw himself.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
can do that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. He does have a throw of himself.
All right,
Thanks,
just
Wraith.
to
Awesome.
let everyone know exactly what we are playing here.
No, I'm kidding. We've done first class.
All right, first class is played.
Which we talked about
No
this
way.
yesterday when we saw X-Men. If you are going to use first class, this is the time to use it. There's no point in waiting until later in the game when you already have power stacked up. You got to use it now.
That's true. Just like a pregnant mule, I don't even think you can use it later. All right, right, so we have, just so everyone is aware, we got 3 books down the center. This is what made Juggernaut shoot those absolutely wonderful reading rainbows yesterday. You pick that up, you get a victory point in the cleanup phase, as well as a B3 attack, so you can be shooting some beams. We also have some spider portals, boom, 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 here as well. You got to roll your energy defense to flip those over, then you will be getting some victory points, assuming you don't roll a skull and get moved away.
Yeah.
So X-23 takes the top objective. She does get teleported away.
Okay.
Ooh, so X-23, just as we said here,
Gotta add all those smiley faces.
yeah, we got a bunch of spots.
She
Listen,
They're
grabbed
very
the top
Picasso.
spider portal, but did get the push. Moving her away from that.
this one in the center is Deathlock, because he's got the one big metal plate over his eye.
So Nate didn't grab the book with Luke Cage, who was right next to it when he started. What do you think he's saving that for? Dr. Voodoo?
I don't think it would be Dr. Voodoo. I think it's got to be... That's actually a really good
Isn't
question.
Dr. Voodoo anyone near it right now?
He is, but he's certainly not the one that would need a Beam 3.
Who would you throw that book on?
All right, Black Cat going after the bottom spider portal. We saw a lot of Black Cat on spider portal action yesterday. Let's see if she'll be able to get it with the flip. The
So
dice
she did
are
a
being
grappling
rolled,
hook to get there. Maybe she can move back.
and
Got
she
it.
has it.
Okay.
Oh, and she gets another push.
Okay.
Now, is he going to push? Oh, he's pushing her way back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
thought
that's a
maybe
good
he'd
defensive
pull her
move.
Closer to attack her, but I think she still has another action here.
Yes.
I think he moved and then grappling hook to get there.
So he wants to be able to move potentially Storm or Black Panther down there to take it back, and it will be easier without Black Cat on it.
Yep.
I guess she did move grappling hook to get to it.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Okay. Omnus is up. Looks like he is going to do exactly that. Bring that Black Panther down to that spider portal, try to take it back.
It's like becoming Black Panther.
Will he be able to flip it? It should be a pretty decent, easy roll for him.
He's got 4 energy defense, doesn't he?
That's a good question. I can never remember if he has 4s there, or it is a 3. But, I mean, you're rolling 3 dice, you have a 50% chance on each. Chances are you're going to get it.
I'm just off on everything today. I need to...
You're right, your big Chuck call of the day was, in fact, right, which unfortunately makes you wrong. Much like saying it's opposite day. Listen, no one really knows what's going on. All right, Wraith, here we go. Exactly, Taylor knew what it is. We're going to hear it on the TV behind us here in a second. Maybe the fans will get into it as well, get a little rowdy.
We gotta have a little dance party, you know?
Yeah, 100% of the time. You need to have a dance party every time.
Taker's a good point about Black Cat. I saw Nate with the range 2 ruler down, but maybe he was using it to just measure Black Cat range 1 from the objective, and she just double moved to get there.
Black Panther flips the bottom and gets pushed.
Okay, so Black Panther, wow.
Wow.
Seems like making the same move Black Cat did. Both Black Cat style people. Rolling skulls.
Skulls.
Successfully taking the spider portal, but also rolling skulls.
Yeah.
Successfully rolling skulls.
All right, looks
Wait,
like
that's
Nate
almost
is
right.
moving the voodoo to pick up that book, maybe? I think he might be outside of it. Oh, looks like we are trying to get a spider portal here. Looks like we get it.
He still has one more character on the southern part of the screen.
Yeah.
Can't remember who that is.
That side objective.
Okay, so he does get the spider portal, and looks like he's going to be moving on
He's just waiting to get that book to the last activation.
to the north side.
That's so interesting. I feel like I would be like scrambling to get all the books I could.
So I think he knows that there's no one on Omnus' side that's going to be able to get all the way over there to get it, so he's pretty safe leaving
So
that
there's
for
no
last.
rush. Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of that goes to, just Nate is clearly a more experienced player than I am. So, like, he is confident in that where I'm like, points.
Right.
Give me the points.
Well, and you don't want to forget it. You
Right,
don't want to be
yep.
put in a position where you do need to move Captain America up somewhere to do something, and it's like, oh, well, now I have to choose between saving a character that I really need, maybe with some bodyguards, or grabbing that book.
Yep.
Either way, Nate has obviously already been reading because he knows exactly what to do.
I do like the idea of the book on Cap. I forgot he was the last character that.
Yes.
We have 2 still on Nate's side to go.
We do still
We
have
got
2
Cap.
on Nate's side.
Who's right next to the giant cosmic taco stand?
Mr. Taylor, what model is on the bottom of Nate's side still yet to go? Nope, yet to go. Black Panther.
Oh, right, his Black Panther.
Black Panther. Okay.
You know, I don't hate a book on Black Panther.
Domino moves up, grabs the book with first glance, and takes the.
Okay. A first-class Domino. Grabbing the spider portal.
And the book.
And the book.
I love Domino.
Not rolling the skull there either, which I don't know how that would work. If she crits that on a spider portal and then she gets hurled, even further. Maybe she gets to move herself.
She just goes wherever she wants.
Yeah. She just pops up somewhere.
Just winks her out of
Ladies and
existence.
gentlemen, I think we're going to have a Black Panther off.
Ooh, here we go.
Oh, boy.
So I don't necessarily think that this is in Nate's favor, running a slightly more defensive, cover-based Black Panther. But you know what? He's going to have to be in range to ignore the cover anyway.
Exactly.
But with that gold level X-Men affiliation, he could be bringing in backup at any point.
Well, looks like he's going to grab the middle. Black Panther's grabbing Nate's home book.
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't mind an energy attack on him. A beam is always nice. I kind of want to see it on Captain America because he's only got physical attacks.
So if you haven't checked them out already, do make sure to stop over at YouTube. Link is down below. You'll be able to see all of these VODs and all of the other stuff from later in the week as well. And also make sure to check out our friends, the 5th Trooper Network on YouTube, streaming some Star Wars Legion.
Great guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're so
incredible
fun.
guys. A really fun group of people. Honestly, if you like us, you will probably very much like them as well.
I'm going to teach him MCP at some time, too.
Yeah. So Jay from the 5th Trooper Network came over at one point. He's like, hey, how about you guys teach us some MCP and we'll teach us some Star Wars Legion? And I think unanimously we were like, oh, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't think he'd gotten the full sentence out, and we were like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, hey, do you guys want to teach us and we'll teach you? Yes.
We just want to hang out with Jay more,
Yes,
honestly, is
yes.
a huge part of it.
Don't tell him, but Jay's like maybe one of my favorite people we've met here.
Out of all the people that could potentially hand me my phone, I think Jay is honestly at the top of my list.
Yep. Jay's the best. Everybody's incredible here, though. Like, all the organizers, Hank. We cannot sing the praises of Hank enough.
Mr. Tisdale, as he likes to be called as well.
Mr. Tisdale. Yeah, I made that mistake. Don't make that mistake. Mr. Tisdale.
Chuck did it twice in a row. He's like, don't do that. All right, you guys aren't streaming anymore.
Yep.
When he did it the second time, I was like, oh, no. Sorry, Mr. Tisdale.
Chuck, go back to the corner.
Looks like we have Storm backing up Black Panther in the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
The husband and wife from the couples battle we saw a little while ago on, the Power Phase. Black Panther and Storm. The real married couple on Omnus's team today, as Proxima Midnight decided to sleep in late.
You know, I'm really surprised Rogue and Gambit didn't get any kind of rule like that, because they are currently married in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't think of that until just now.
They've been on again and off again. I would love to see it innate where you have to roll to see if they're still together
Right,
at that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be an awesome tactics card.
Steve takes the chomp objective with prejudice.
Wow.
Oh, took it back from... Oh, because Omnus had taken it but got pushed away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It's easy for Steve to grab it.
Especially with 4 energy defense on Steve.
Corvus taking the Storm Hop.
Corvus is going to be taking the once around Storm Hop. Looks like that's going to be a great call, as that will potentially let him get into that last spider portal. And it probably is.
Oh, that is bold, going right to the other side of the board.
I like that a lot.
Taking Nate's home spider portal from him. A little bit of a gamble because it might not work out, but Corvus has good defenses.
But he's got no one back there. I mean, he effectively is taunting Nate to bring Luke Cage back into his own baseline, and Corvus could just do the same thing to another side of a board later, absolutely wasting.
He got it. I mean, that's not a fight I would throw Luke Cage into. Does Corvus have the reality gem here?
Yes, because in a
because
roster he has to now with the new gem rules.
And maybe Luke and Voodoo. Luke by himself I don't think has a chance against Corvus, but I'm always wrong.
Don't say that, Dan. But I think that'll make you right. But
In round one, we have
Oh, in cleanup phase.
all right,
All right.
Nate 3, Omnus 4. This is exactly the type of
Awesome.
game you want to see at the start, where things are just so close. What a swing, too, because had Corvus not teleported over there and made that roll, it would be an opposite score right now, with Nate up at 4 and Omnus at 3.
Yeah, that was a crazy good move.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm curious how Nate's going to respond to that having priority with Corvus going last there. Do you just go after Corvus, or do you try to go steal Omnus's home spider portal? He still has somebody next to it, though, doesn't he?
Yes. Yep. Oh, yeah. The power phase is happening right now.
I think it all comes down to what type of game Nate wants to play. Is he going to get super offensive and go on the attack, or is he just going to kind of hunker down and try to keep these points and maybe deny Omnus some points in return?
Right.
Yeah, because Omnus is really totally spread out. He's got one model on 3 objectives and 2 on the bottom one. So he doesn't have a lot of backup for his characters right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But he does have a lot of speedy characters, some long movements, some multiple movements. We got the storm hop. So he's not, him spreading out isn't terrible for this squad. But if Nate consolidates a bit, he could start just peeling characters off and getting those points back and play the long game.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Omnus has his characters spread out so much, it would be easy to pick them off one by one, right?
Nate's upset he has priority because he has to make the difficult decisions.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hate having
That's just
priority.
the way.
Because again, I always make the wrong choice.
Right, so what Taylor said was Nate is having issues having priority here because he's got to make the first call of round 2. Gravecaller, good to see you. Welcome,
Yeah.
Wraith. As always, you are a delight. Dirty Coachies, man. Dude, it is good to see you.
What's up?
And
Dirty
right?
Coachies in the house.
Mr. Bear, I see a redemption for in character. Who do you want to talk and in what character?
And I suddenly need to go somewhere else.
Do you want Dani to speak as Big Chuck for the next? Oh, so we did get, home base did call, and we are reducing that 10-minute in character to 5 officially. Oh, a Panther Pounce
Panther Pounce.
into X23.
Okay. Yep, I think if it were me, X23 would be the character I want to get rid of quickly.
Okay, we got
braced
a
it.
brace. Brace is gone early.
All right.
All right, I think that yes is for Dani talking like Big Chuck. There we go.
I think she's broken. Timer starts. We got 36 minutes and
Yeah.
it's 8:51.
I have to talk like Big Chuck now. There's Big Chuck right behind me. Maybe I'll just morph into Big Chuck.
That could be. Okay, so we are moving to the back objective here.
This Black Panther's all over the place.
He is. That is why Pounce is great. What do you think about that, Dani? Is that a good play?
Speaking of all over the place, if you check out professionalcasual.com, you can see all of our all over the place podcasts. Go ahead and give us a follow ski. Give us a sub ski.
I mean, it's like he's been
Great start.
sitting here with us the whole time.
Domino blocks it with probability.
Domino blocking it by rolling a couple skulls, making it up and turning them into crits. Wow. If there was a wrestler you had to compare this to, Big Chuck, who exactly do you think it'd be?
I would definitely compare this to my all-time favorite wrestler, Mighty Joe McNapadurbe.
Oh, Mighty Joe McNapadurbe. Listen, when he was in AEW, I always thought that he was going to be, a strong performer. Good to see you shouting him out now.
They tried to DQ him for a lot of things that were just, that was baloney calls. It was nonsense, absolutely.
It was. I can't believe they ended up getting rid of that. They used to Dairy Queen people in that particular wrestling championship. They'd flip them upside down, and if they fell out of the cup, they were gone.
None of that matters to me because I can't eat until 1.
Oh, gosh. An intermediate joke that came out very fast.
Wow.
Hey man, Dirty Coachies, we're trying to keep it family friendly here, so because we're at Adepticon 2022.
That is very true. So, Big Chuck, what's going on Elite 8 Showdown this week?
On Elite 8 Showdown, last week we talked about what my next job would be if I want to be an epic garbage man rapper, or if I want to be a crystal meditation consultant.
Yeah.
And this upcoming week, you can watch Tim and I, my contractually obligated best friend, but not my galactic best friend forever. You can watch me and Tim throw down as we discuss.
Oh, I think it's
our episode.
Yeah, it's
our episode.
The Tim and Chuck episode out in time for April Fool's Day.
Yes.
So Domino moves back, 2 shots at Panther. Panther blocks out.
All right, Domino's
Wow.
moves back. She takes a couple quick pops out of her pistol at the Black Panther, who says, "Nah,
Pop, pop,
I'm really
pop.
surprised
not today."
Omnus is going after a character that just activated.
Might have just been convenient, try to wear him down, game of attrition. We do know that these two guys came in and they did, in fact, choose violence.
I like it when they do that.
It's the best way to live, especially with wrestling.
That's true.
You want to choose violence at all times. Omnus is taking off the tags. He's getting into this.
All right. As we said,
Luke
guys,
Cage with a double move.
Luke Cage with a double
Oh,
move.
he's trying to take that point back.
Kenny G, thank you for the follow.
Oh, the worst result there. He didn't take it, and he gets pushed. with the
Oh,
skull.
that is rough.
Failure.
And his name is John Cena!
John Cena's too mainstream for wrestling for me.
I love when you hear it on the TV a few seconds later. It's the best.
This might be one of the best redemptions we've had this week here at Adepticon. Oh, all right. So it looks like we have Omnus looking. Speaking of, Chuck,
Yeah.
Omnus, you anointed as a big chucker, gave him his own big
I
chucker
did,
name.
yes.
How do you pronounce that name? I know that I always mess it up by trying to say.
23 takes the top objective with prejudice.
All right, so I always try to say adamantium colossal knot. And I said it correctly there. That might be the first time that I
Yes.
took that time. How would you pronounce that?
Adamantum
Uh-huh.
colossal.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. No, that works. Sheebs, welcome. Where is this con? We are in Schwamberg, Illinois, right outside the beautiful city of Chicago, in Illinois.
What do they get when they come and sign up for any MCP event?
And if you were to come to Adepticon, even right now, maybe play in the affiliation battle, probably too late for that one, but the open play battle pass is certainly still available. Come in and get a couple games in. You will get a promotional pack of 9 cards.
9 cards.
All art cards for some tactics cards.
Okay. I want to do one more.
All right,
Let's
we
try.
got one more
Gotta
big
say
chuck
beat the
before we
brakes
head
on
No,
out.
you get 9 cards. I prefer the number 8, but if they're going to go, there's copyright infringement if they were to do anything with the number 8. And our lawyers, Birdstein, and Peck would be after them if we could find them. But 9 cards, still great.
That's a good, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm done.
X23 takes 2 and gets the push.
Okay. So we had a strike into X23. We did get a push.
From Cap.
To not push.
Oh, electing to not push. It is,
Slam.
it is a May.
Shield
Here we go
slam.
with the shield slam.
Okay.
It looks like we're going to be getting a throw on X23. If we get a little bit of damage here and then one more damage from the throw, we could see a dazed X23.
Ultimate fart cards. Again, I'm finding it interesting they're going after characters that just activated. With this, normally I think they're crazy for doing that, but it makes more sense on this particular crisis. You go, they've already gone, you knock them off the point, you take that objective
Yes.
back. It's kind of who goes last year is a huge advantage, as we saw in round 1 when Omnus took Nate's home spider portal to get up a point.
Yeah.
2 damage gets through. Indomitable.
2
Oh, she
damage get through,
Indomitables.
and we have the Indomitable spent. It is gone. It is done. Does that mean we have both the brace and the Indomitable off the board?
I believe
Nate
that's correct.
used brace, didn't he?
Oh, Nate
Interaction.
used the brace. We are interacting
He's
here.
interacting with the portal, see if Cap can take it. He's got good energy defense. 4 dice thrown. He's
Okay,
got
has
it. So Nate has the top. He didn't get the right spider portal. I think Omnus still has 3 at the moment.
I believe so. Sheebs, dude, I would absolutely adore going to PAX East. That is absolutely something that's been on my wish list for a very long time. Massive fan of Penny Arcade and everything that they do.
X23's done 1. Steve is done.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, so
Got it to
close.
1.
So that was a super important Indomitable there. That would have, in fact, dazed X23.
Do you try to daze her with Voodoo this round, or
Voodoo?
you do what?
Voodoo?
You guys are killing me.
So I think, I don't know if it's worth it. I think you leave her at 1. She's already activated. She's not going to be fast healing. So, wait, did she already activate?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so I
You
think
only
you
have
leave
one
her.
X23 on the board this time, so.
I think
Easier to keep track of.
Assuming Nate does not daze an Omnus protocol unit that has not gone, I think you go there first. Next time you daze X23, he'll probably potentially lose priority because of it next round, but by then, you've already taken out one of the nastiest, fiercest frenziers that we have seen this week, X23.
I agree, because if you can keep her from activating for a round, that is huge for Nate's side, because we've seen X23 do nothing but work.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
amazing. If you can slow her down at all, do it. Even with slow. She's not immune to it.
I mean, she's not.
Thank you, Texas Wargamer.
Something reminds me of the babe. Oh, that pig. Oh, he's talking about that movie with the pig.
Yeah.
I get it.
Panther reposition's done. He's done.
Wow.
Okay.
Just to reposition with Black Panther.
Just holding that southern objective there.
All right, Streamlabs bot, what are you doing, man? It's day 4. Can't believe. Listen, we told you this. I need you to get that updated right now. Jay, could we get that updated, please?
Come on, Jay.
Thank you,
Help us out, bro. Mr. J. Sorry.
Mr.
Mr. J. So Wraith was asking about, the number 8 and what we have here, what our deal is with the number 8. So Chuck and Tim do have a podcast called Elite 8 Showdown, where they take anything and everything and pit it against itself in an 8 bracket format. I've done a couple guest appearances on that podcast specifically to do with conspiracy theories. So that's always fun.
It's also significant because it's twice the number of character players in all of our actual play podcasts.
That's true. Was that?
That is true.
Oh, he
Ooh,
is
Dr.
doing
Voodoo
it
is
now.
gonna finish off.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Bam, 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 bam. Let's go!
We've got some people behind us snapping pictures of our models that we brought. That's very exciting. Okay,
Voodoo
okay.
does sap 2 here. Marms, thank you for the follow, and 8 in that
Yeah.
name, which means you're great, just like Nate.
What?
Well, we copyrighted 8 for Elite 8 Showdown.
Don't
Marms
hate
just
on the
followed.
potato.
It's Marms 81. There's an 8 in there. We appreciate 8s.
Yeah.
Nate also happens to rhyme with 8. And so
Right.
does great.
Okay.
Don't hate. You're too late.
If you want
We'll just keep
more
going,
Adepticon coverage other than just this coverage of the specific games with
Why
the
would
streaming, make sure that you follow our social media accounts. Chuck's been out taking some baller pictures of all the different table setups, different events, different things going on here at Adepticon. So if you want more of that hot, fresh content, make sure that you go and check out our social media accounts and see what we've got up there for you.
Storm Zappy Zappy Black Cat.
This is something we saw again yesterday, where lightning does, in fact, sometimes hurt
You know
cats.
what lightning does to cats?
The same thing it does to toads, or everything else.
I was going to say same thing as everything else. Then you stole it from me like a helicopter.
I didn't. I said toad. I gave you the opportunity.
Black Cat takes 2 and a shot.
Black Cat takes 2 and is shocked.
All right.
Absolutely. And always, we want to thank our man on the table side, Mr. Throwlash Gaming himself.
Our eyes in the sky.
Also here on Twitch. Make sure to see his, honestly, just gorgeous face when he streams some Minecraft and some terrain building for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Ooh.
Oh, she's buffing herself, trying to daze Black Cat, it looks like. Going all offensive. I like it. Just like how I build my Pokemon teams. All offense, all the time.
What does Charizard need? 4 moves, all Fire Blast. That is correct.
And we broke Taylor.
You know what? Never mind.
He doesn't even
She takes 1 from that.
Taylor lives the Shuckle
Oh.
life.
Wow. So Black Cat only taking 1 damage from that beefy second attack.
That's really lucky. It looks like she's activating now as well. Now that she's not zapped into the Hudson
Ooh,
Bay.
what if we... Ooh, I
Double
like what we're
move.
seeing here.
Okay.
He's saying this objective is too well protected with the husband and wife combo wombo, so he's just heading way up the field
Way up it.
to Omnus's home objective. He's twisting some terrain out of the way. Luckily, it's on a nice circular base.
You know, that seems like he's being helpful, but he's actually pointing a death laser directly at Nate GG. Let's see if that pays off for him. And then we get the grapple into range to be able to flip.
Pretty sure Archimedes' death lasers are against the rules of Adepticon.
It
And
is.
she steals the book.
Oh,
she takes.
gosh.
She did. Oh, I was right. Did a thing. I called that.
You
she,
did.
She kicked somebody in
But
the
it doesn't
nethers and
count
stole
because
their-
you said you were going to be wrong about
No,
everything.
this one counts.
This doesn't count.
I get one.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. We'll give you the one.
I had to have
Yeah.
an adventure. I was just making as many calls as I could to finally get one right.
On
Even
a
if they're
long
super
enough
obvious.
You
timeline.
just got to shotgun him out there. One's bound to hit.
You put enough monkeys in a room and typewriters, you're going to get Shakespeare eventually.
That's true.
False.
It's a lot of monkeys.
It's a lot of monkeys.
A lot of
Yeah.
typewriters.
Depends on the size of the room. This room, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
open up the walls. They'll probably do in a few minutes, and then we'll get cold.
Absolutely.
And you fill it with monkeys and typewriters.
You
probably
could.
just get a bunch of nonsense.
And here in the Exploration Hall at Adepticon 2022 in Schaumburg, Illinois, we do have tons of table, tons of people, tons of games happening.
That's Nate's last activation.
And
Yeah.
Nate's last activation.
We've
Oh.
got Omnus on the other side of the
Corvus'
table
last
now,
activation
doing some
again.
measurement. Look at them helping each other out. I love that. I love to see it. It's not, you know what, you're trying to beat me, so I'm not going to help you and just make your life harder.
They're
It's,
just-
no, let me
yeah.
help you out.
They're being friends here, holding hands. We got some friendly banter back and forth. These guys are great people, great players at the highest level of the Contest of Champions.
They're
And
gonna be
it's all
best
smiles.
Yep. Gotta love it. You really have to love it.
friends. Nate's keeping priority here. I'm not sure if he's happy about that because he didn't like it last time.
I know.
That's true.
It is hard when you're in that position, and we've only seen, what, one pass so far?
Yeah.
Out of the entire week that we've been here?
There have been a handful, but
Have there?
Not a lot.
Not a ton.
The team tournament, Gil and
Dr. Norbert.
were pretty big fans of passing.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice guys, those were too. We got to see Gil on yesterday for a little
Yeah.
bit. Had a little interview, talked some MCP. Absolutely, you can check
Yeah.
that out on the YouTube later or on the VODs right here on Twitch right now.
Yeah. And we saw the doctor himself out to dinner last night
did.
at Fat Rosie's. So that was pretty cool. It was like seeing a celebrity.
You remember that, right?
I do remember. Most of it.
Also, we've been popping over onto the Fifth Trooper podcast stage as well, so you can check us out over there on YouTube. Chuck was on there Friday. I was on there Thursday. Diane was on there last night. Probably a pretty easy one to find. Diane.
Somebody named Diane.
I thought
Diane.
you
didn't
said
realize.
Diane.
Oh, and Danny too actually was on there for a little bit.
Me?
Last night, yeah.
False. Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were-
I didn't remember that. I had to explain who I was in relation to Dan, because a lot of people at the con want to know.
A lot of people
If
think
I'm
you're-
married.
you're brothers and sisters, which is really funny.
Yo, you got a boyfriend?
I have several.
Are you single? Are you single?
Oh, I love it.
You want to find out if people are single, a great place to do that is a Grim Podcast, A Perilous Adventure, a Warhammer 4th Edition podcast, where there is a character that usually asks, so are you single or like?
Yep.
Most of it.
That's it.
He just leaves the rest up to imagination.
All right, so huge.
Lots of measurement going on. We've got quite the ruckus going on
mean,
that
it
top
isn't-
part of the table.
Yeah, it is important. The Corvus Blade, one of the most lethal killers in this game, is just running around grabbing objectives, and I'm all about it.
It's a really interesting use of him.
Stormhawk on Corvus is awesome.
Yeah. Getting a lot of use out of that part of Storm's leadership that we always forget about. I know, yeah, the power phase.
Okay.
He didn't get it.
So he does teleport up there with the storm port to try to flip over that spider portal, and he does not.
2 out of the
Oh, he
3.
didn't get 3. Ouch. That's rough.
So honestly, probably a good call that Nate did in fact move up 2 characters to be contesting that, making that role significantly more difficult. And now there's a Corvus up there
To
You know
wreak
that-
some havoc.
that could potentially be in trouble.
You're tied at 7.
Oh, it's all tied up
Tied
at
at
7.
7. Interesting.
I mean, this was working out really well for Nate. For Corvus to have 2 rounds of not doing damage, that's a lot of stamina still on the table for Nate for this long game. We got it tied back up at the end of round 2. It's awesome. I love close games like this. We don't have a lot of damage out there yet.
No.
X-23 dazed, right? So she's flipping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
How do you feel about Nate doing that instead of waiting till this round since he has priority?
I actually like it because he has priority. We could see a dead X-23 there. Indomitable is gone. She could be thrown now with a shield slam, and now Corvus is there potentially. Yes, to get some damage through and done.
Round 3 with 0 dazes.
Oh, I thought, didn't X-23 get dazed?
Or does she have 1 health left?
No, I think X-23 got dazed. What?
Oh,
Really?
What did he do to sap
Oh,
power
he
off?
sapped.
I thought
Wow.
he did damage
That's
to
right.
sap.
He didn't actually get the damage through.
Oh, but she
Yeah.
blocked it? Oh, she blocked the damage, but she sapped. Oh, that's, okay, perfect.
So that would
then-
be my play.
Yeah, go
Is
ahead
if I've got
first.
priority, I'm going after her. She's got 1 left.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is just a monster
Who
on
do you
this
go
table.
with to take her down? Do you go with...
I go with Cap.
Cap.
I attack
Yep.
Corvus. I shield slam, and then I throw him into her.
I
Okay.
don't know if they can with positioning. Isn't she on the other side? Because the shield slam is throw away, which can
Right.
be
Yeah.
a
Cap
little
is
limiting.
Cap is here.
Oh,
Corvus
okay.
is here. He could absolutely slam her right into this X-23 and make her the big sad.
I thought they were flipped there.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Or something. I wasn't sure who was where. But yeah, that is, I think, if he's got the power, that's the call.
Omnus also has sacrifice and medkit combo.
Okay.
Eye in the Sky Taylor reminding us that Omnus does have sacrifice and med pack.
So I think he needs to do that now. Otherwise, X-23 is going to be darn near full health.
He's got to do 1 damage. He's got 2 attacks with Cap. If he sacrifices, so if you go for a shield slam, I think that's you're not going to sacrifice that onto X-20. Well, maybe you do sacrifice onto X-23.
Tries to go for a throw. Adamantium skeleton. She counts a size 3. Can't do it.
Wait, what? Throw what?
Voodoo tried to throw.
Oh,
Voodoo
Voodoo's
tried to
active.
throw.
Oh.
We were just assuming Cap was
Okay.
going.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, Voodoo tries to throw her, can't because she counts as size 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't she only count as size 3 for collisions?
Let's check the card.
Does she?
Am I gonna? Is it just for throws in general? I mean, that would kind of make sense.
Determining if she can be thrown.
Right.
Adamantium's going to win, determining if this character can be thrown by an effect.
Or when colliding. Okay, so yeah.
Yep, seems
Voodoo
like
can
that
only
is the
throw
case.
size 2? That's interesting.
Can't Voodoo throw? You can throw size 3 terrain if the Brother Daniel token is on him. Enemies, though, it does not increase. Only 4 terrain.
We got a lot of doctors in this game.
We do have a lot of doctors in this game.
We're still missing a major one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Bobby Drake, Iceman. Who's not a doctor. He was an accountant for a while, though.
That's true.
Which
CPA
is, you know,
Iceman.
Throwing Corvus into.
This is important as a doctor.
Okay, this is exactly kind of
accountant.
what we
Some
thought was going
places,
to be
yeah.
happening here. We were throwing
Wow.
Corvus into
Wow.
X-23.
She is dazed.
She is dazed.
Okay.
And Corvus is going to take a damage from that. And then it
Yep.
sounds like
I
a
think
spear
that
venom.
was the right play. You gotta get rid of X-23.
Yeah.
What a threat.
Denying her, especially at this point in the game when there's so many characters around that she can do so much damage
Yeah,
to.
right.
Yeah.
She would have it would have been a bloodbath up there if she'd been allowed an activation.
It's a huge turn of events for Nate.
Yep.
And we got a Spirit Venom onto Corvus as well. I'm not sure what his Mystic defense looks like. I don't think it's fantastic. I think it's standard 3.
Did we get any saps on that?
We got 1 sap and a damaged elf.
One
Okay.
sap and a
Damage.
damage shell.
All right, so I'm keeping him even on power.
Sounds like something a gold member from Austin Powers would say.
Yeah.
Sepping a damage?
And Corvus is 3s across the board for defenses.
So we did get 1 sap and 1 damage. That means Dr. Voodoo did in fact pick up 2 power here. Is that enough to Staff of Legba? Does he feel like that's the call? I think the power burn could be really good there, depending on how
Yeah.
much power he has. But
Yep.
he has to roll a ton of wilds to get that job done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think at this point, when you're in a tied game, like you have to do something big to try to get up there.
Neo, absolutely. Go ahead and ask that quick question about yesterday.
Spirit Venom number 2.
Spirit Venom
number
again.
2.
Well, does Corvus have much power on him with Sand? He spent power round 1 to interact. He spent power round 2 to interact.
Might not.
Does he
He's
have?
getting 2 power return. He's got the reality gem.
2
Oh,
saps
yeah.
dealing 1 damage as well.
Oh, okay. So he's sapped what, 3 away now?
2 seps and a damage.
He is doing some damage, so he's still building a little bit of power. But I don't think Corvus is sitting on much here.
It can't be a ton, and that's
Brother Daniel going to Corvus.
Brother Daniel going
Brother
to
Daniel
Corvus.
on Corvus.
That is an interesting call here. So that means his crits are no longer going to crit, and he can't contest or object. So he will not be able to flip that back. It is going to be a huge uphill battle if Omnus wants to get that top spider portal.
Nia, we have not seen Ghost Rider, I think, at all this week.
Yeah.
We've seen him in some rosters, but not in squads, not on
Yeah,
the
like
table.
we saw like on a display board, I saw Ghost Rider, but not
Yeah.
in play.
Oh, the Mayor of Canada is here. Welcome.
Wow. Hello, Your
Congratulations on your
Highness.
win. Your mountiness.
Your mountiness.
So to answer your question, Mayor of Canada, not very good. That's why it's a points redemption.
Ba, 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 ba.
Dan actually has a really good singing voice. Like
That's
his
true.
whole family's very musical. I cannot carry a tune in a bucket.
I am not musically inclined.
Yeah.
There's too much math in music. I don't get it.
You're a science teacher.
What's
yeah,
that?
there's nothing to do with math.
There's
I teach
math
life
and
science.
science.
I teach life science, not physics
Domino into Black Cat.
or chemistry, which is just a math class disguised as science.
Sounds made up.
She takes 2 days.
She takes 2 and dazes.
Who
Ooh.
dazed? Black Cat?
Black Cat is dazed from
Oh.
Domino. A couple hops. That's all it takes.
Let's
Bam,
see,
bam.
what is the points redemption for singing?
Do you throw a grenade into Luke Cage now and incinerate him?
Black Cat picks up the book.
Black Cat
Domino picks up the book?
Domino picks up the
Domino
book.
is definitely what I meant.
I,
Your Omnus, Domino, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, I think
Alright.
we took that off.
So we get a daze. Oh gosh, yeah, maybe we did.
Yep.
Maybe I turned that into the in-character one.
Yeah.
That's something we need to get back on there. I was curious why.
I'd say you could make us sing if you go in character.
Yeah.
So it's 1,000 points.
Speaking of, let's make that official, a 5-minute timer.
Tim, you got a song you got to sing here.
Uh-oh, to the tune of the baseball song. Okay.
Are we going to do it all together?
Yeah, let's do it all together.
And a one-a, and a
And
two-a,
and a
three.
three-a. Take me out to the board game. Take me out to the nerds. Buy me some meeples and booster packs. I don't care if I ever go back. So it's root for the blue player. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's one night werewolf, you're out at the old board game. That was
Mayor of Canada. That was super fun.
Shut up,
of
Taylor.
Canada. That was really good.
I
don't
rooting
think
for
we've.
the blue player.
That was really fun.
I know
Yeah.
it's like a thing. I saw somebody wearing a hat the other day about making red players great again. And my favorite color is blue, so I kind of appreciated that, but I don't get the meme behind it.
All right, Domino's moving back. Wraith, thank you for clipping that. Wraith, honestly, you are the MVP here.
He was playing Star Wars Legion, so I assume it's something to do with that game,
Yeah.
which I just don't know quite enough about. Oh no, Wraith's taking a clip of that.
Can't wait.
That'll be on the socials later, I'm
Yep.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah, that's going everywhere.
I love that we have emotes of us now, but I'm not always sure what it means. Because there's a bunch of my confused face.
So so I think the Dan is like, okay, guys.
Oh, all right.
There's no harmonizing there.
No,
We could have done better.
not after 4 days of yelling at Adepticon. All right,
And when you guys had to talk like Venom for 10 minutes?
too many dice on this reroll.
Yeah, thanks whoever made us do that.
Who would do that?
You know what would be nice, Mayor of Canada? If we knew Faith by George Michael. I know not everybody knows Faith by George Michael like you.
What happened? What?
you make me think twice.
Oh, Luke took the objective back.
my objective away. I know that all the MCP you play, and I've been playing it too.
Oh, it was free.
Right?
To be fair, the other one was too.
Yeah.
I
Mayor
mean,
Canada never actually redeemed points. We just did it.
That's Luke's activation.
okay, and Luke Cage is now fully activated.
Sweet Christmas. That was a good activation.
Sweet Christmas indeed.
Christmas.
Taylor.
Okay.
So we have completely abandoned Nate's side of the board. We got a ton of models up on the north side, a bit on Omnus's home portal, and then I think Black Panther and Storm are still the only ones down at that southern point. I
That's
think
true.
Nate has completely abandoned it, which I feel like is a good call. He's using 7 threat down there to score 1 point.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them have a book.
Nope.
So Nate's like, fine, take that 1 point. I'll fight you for, the other 6 available points on the top half of the table.
Yeah, and he has absolutely dominated that top spider portal.
Yep.
This one on his back line is, in fact, still, I think, well in the hands of the Omnus. OP down here, and then we got a GG on this one, and I think this one here is a GG as well.
Luke Cage just flipped it, yep.
Luke Cage just flipped it.
Domino's already gone, so, but he's got Black Panther could run up there and take his home objective back potentially, or Storm. Not that we've had a Storm bump this turn yet. A lot of smiling faces here.
Where are the books? Do we know?
So the books are currently, there's one on Domino.
I think
there's one on Luke Cage.
Yeah, and then
Glaive's Edge into Voodoo, bodyguard by
Glaive's Edge into Dr. Voodoo, but Captain America says, I don't think so.
Not today.
Now that Voodoo doesn't have the Brother Daniel token, he's got real low defenses.
Yeah.
So Cap's like, no, I got this.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
5 hits, blocked
1.
4 damage go through.
Damage sinking through to the captain of a place called America.
That's a nice power boost for Corvus. Getting 4 power. I assume that was a strike since he Glaive's edged it.
Glaive's Edge into Rogers.
Okay, Glaive's Edge again.
Following
into Rogers directly.
Cap hasn't gone yet this round, has he?
Cap is not gone
We
yet.
assumed he was going to go first. We were wrong.
It was Voodoo that got the job done there. Listen. So
This
I
is
think
scary for Cap. Oh, Nate looks like he might be happy with that roll.
I think Omnus was really looking to take out Dr. Voodoo there to get that Brother Daniel token maybe somewhere else, but it seems like his sights did change to Captain America once 4 damage got thrown the first attack.
6 hits go. 6 blocked 3.
Steve is dazed.
Said Steve is blazed. That is not what's happening here. Blade's not on the table at all. Steve is dazed.
No, Steve is Blade.
His name is Eric.
Eric? Is
Who?
Blade's first name?
Isn't it?
I don't know. I think
Look
it's
it up.
Blade.
Look at the card.
I think it's the Blade.
Oh, his
The
first name
Blade.
is
The Blade.
the Blade. Eric
Eric.
Brooks.
Oh,
Nailed it.
Eric with a C.
Literally, if you need like random Marvel knowledge, Dan is the guy.
Absolutely.
Dan is the guy.
Pretty good about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Field dressing on Steve.
Oh,
Field dressing on Steve.
Steve.
Field dressing
It's like a
Steve.
Christmas goose. So Wraith threw up our singing on the Discord, which is awesome. Thank you, Wraith. Don't forget, if you sub here to our Twitch, you can do that with an Amazon Prime account for free. You get access to our Discord, so
That's
you
right.
have all the access to all the goodness that happens over there. So throw us a sub, give us a little follow ski.
You connect your Twitch and your Discord together, it just
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
in there, right?
Yeah.
If you sub here.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, shoot us a message here on Twitch directly, like get on our DMs and I'll get you on there. I do like them French fried taters.
Oh no, I've got some trivia here. Duty Coach says, what is Juggerduck's real name? I'm going to assume you really mean Juggernaut and just being silly. His name is Kane Marco.
No, Jugger Duck. He's talking about Quack Marco.
Oh, that's Howard the Juggernaut.
What's that?
3 damage on Corvus.
3 damage on Corvus from the captain of the Americas. That's going to give him some power, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's going to do. If he can, I think Corvus already has a couple damage on him, right?
Yes.
2, so that's
Yep.
3. He's got 1 left.
Yeah, shield slam on it.
We got a shield slam
Slam.
on Corvus.
Quack.
I love that.
Griggs?
Yeah, Griggs Marco.
When Taylor's streaming Throwlash Gaming, the quack scares him so bad every
does.
time. It's so much fun to
So
watch him
funny.
just go,
He is also easily scared. He's just on caffeine all the time. Like, he's very
100%.
high strung.
not
So-
enough caffeine, one or the other.
And here's the thing. So
Took 2 and is getting thrown.
Corvus took 2 and is going to get thrown. This is going to do
This
him
is
in
gonna
on
do it,
pretty
yeah.
Into
certain.
Yep.
that Quinn jet, you think?
Going to
Just
throw him
one
right
damage?
into it. So we're looking at the footprint
Yep.
of the Quinjet here.
I think that's the right move to make. I think that you really have to go based on the base that it's on and not the actual physical ship itself.
Yeah, because you can slide under that wing.
Yep.
It does look like he will take that other damage there. I have to feel like at this point he is dazed. Is he not? Big Chuck?
Yesterday, they were
Is he
just
dazed
playing
now?
The Quinn jet, as you couldn't go under the
Really?
wings.
Okay.
It's uninteractable. They were playing on top of it. Other groups have decided not to do that because
Yeah.
they do slide off a little bit.
He has 6 on this.
But didn't he take 2 from Voodoo and then 1 from the throw and then 3 here?
A little bit where he information about the stamina situation with Corvus. He might be at 1.
Oh, he is dazed. Okay.
He is dazed.
I would love to know AMG's official stance on the jet. I know that it's still a bit in development, but can players, I know you can't interact with it, you can't throw it, whatever, can they play on top of it? Is that something that we're going to allow? Because for us, back at home on the power phase, like, we can just make those house rules, but when you're in a tournament setting like this, you really want consistency there, because that can hugely shift the wave of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can double check quick exactly what uninteractable means. We know you can't throw it, but you can be thrown into it.
Right.
Yeah.
But does uninteractable typically mean you can't go on it?
Right.
I
So
don't
just some
think
clarification.
So. I think you can still go on it. I think we just need to really nail down, glue down those jets on that surface. Howard the Duxon is his real name.
Howard Duxon.
Okay, so we did see Corvus.
Is there actually a character called Juggerduck? Or did you just
yeah.
make that up?
No, Juggerduck's real.
Like Howard the Duck got the Crimson Bands at one point?
Not specifically, but yeah, Juggerduck. We're looking him up on the online right now. I've definitely seen a picture of it. Jugger.
This is so exciting.
Duck. Guys, this is cutting edge technology. Howard Duxon.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Look at that.
I didn't know that was a thing. I
Wow.
thought he was joking around.
So I redact my former statement about Dan being a wealth of Marvel
whoa. I
knowledge.
never said I knew everything.
Hold on. Listen, I need to be buying a new Juggernaut model to see if Chuck can make me a
Just
Howard.
put a bill on the front.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
It actually kind of
Awesome.
looks really cool.
All right. So Omnus has some pretty big choices here to make. Yeah. So that was a huge play by
Yep.
Nate.
This is the point in the game where, the initial turns, they were just popping off. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. This is where you really need to take some deliberation. And
Yeah.
especially, we're in the final 4.
Mhm.
You really have to be careful with what choices you make, because we're at a tied game, but it could swing either way.
Well, and yeah, it is certainly swinging. The fact that Nate has dazed now 2 characters, I think he will lose priority this round because he took out X-23 before she went, but making sure to take out Corvus after he went. Ton of damage went through, but that field dressing onto Captain America was a massive
That was
play
pivotal.
here.
Yep.
Listen, guys, you got to remember that was a joke that Dan made about not knowing who Juggerduck was.
Yep.
At the start of this game, he did make his of the round, and to not be wrong there, he needed to make sure that he was wrong about Juggerduck.
Right.
Calculated.
It's strategic wrongness.
Correct.
Yep.
It's his stalwart determination.
Dan is a very calculating person. People don't assume that about him because he's just kind of like goofy, silly, loafy. But
yeah. Loafy. That's
Loafy,
when people take one look at Dan,
Loafy.
they're like,
Not a cat.
look at that loafy lug.
right?
I'm going to go walk around a bit, I
Look
think.
how cute he is.
So double
Sorry.
checking the rulebook, non-interactive terrain features, such as those referenced in some crisis cards or terrain modeled onto the battlefield, can't be thrown or destroyed. Nothing about not going
Okay.
on it. So yes, you can go on the Quinn jet if you want to. Some spots are not conducive to that. Like the cockpit, you're just going to fall off. The back engines of it, you're just going to fall off. The
Right.
wings are pretty good,
Yes.
and the body of it, the fuselage, is not so bad. As long as you're not real top heavy.
And you know what? Here's the thing, guys. The Quinjet looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. Who
Oh my
cares how
gosh.
the rules
Yep.
work?
Yep. Like, when it becomes available, you have to get one.
Yeah.
You have
Yep.
to.
Just so.
And, like, I'd seen
They're like
pictures,
Taylor, so good looking.
Yeah, Dan's been like hyping this up for a while, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then just seeing it in comparison to the models, like, it's massive. It's massively huge.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful piece to have on your table.
All right, we got Storm moving up. Might be getting some throws off here. Throwing dudes into other dudes. Nate is picking up his dice. I'm going to assume we're making a dodge roll because Omnus is not picking up any dice, which means we are putting it all on Nate.
Throws are so great.
Throws are, in fact, so
Yes, they
great.
are.
When the first game first came out, we were getting to handle the rules and realizing that throws weren't in action was like, oh wow, this adds a whole new layer to this game.
It's a whole new world.
Storm is trying. Storm is trying to take the portal here. Storm does have pretty solid energy defense. She's going to have to roll a couple of successes here, but she doesn't, and rolls a skull as well, so she will be teleported off of that spider portal.
That's twice this portal has done this. Did it to Luke Cage earlier.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Is that, so Storm had a double move to get there, right?
Storm did have a double move to get there. Did she bump? No, she's not a Midnight Sun this time, but...
Storm hop, they were calling it.
Oh, gotcha, no. Nope, she is saving that for later. I don't know who might even be using it later, but it is there.
Oh, I love the idea of a Quinjet being a Hallmark ornament
right?
at some point. Like,
absolutely.
Yes, yes, this holiday season.
It might be a bit big for your Christmas tree now.
Just make it the star.
G model.
Yeah.
Just make it the star.
The Quinjet right on top.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Pointing upwards,
up,
too, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
Blasting up off
It
of
is
the tree.
like a star shape, too, with the two engines at the back.
Yeah.
Works perfect. Just paint it up like yellow. I'd be hard-pressed not to paint it like the X-Jet or Blackbird.
Yeah.
Sometimes known. Sometimes known as the X-Wing. Also, it's had a bunch of different names with that, like, really deep blue.
All right, so what are we doing here, Chuck? Big Chuck.
Got dice rolling.
What's happening? Who's attacking who? If only we had someone that was telling us what attack was happening right now. We got a nod. That means nothing to me.
Black Panther striking into Storm.
Black Panther striking into Storm for 1 damage?
Yeah, she takes these.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
That's a little surprising. Black Panther can be fairly offensive.
So it seems like we're probably doing this again a second time would be my assumption.
He charges and he says, "You're not my wife," and smash.
Wow.
Black Panther attacking Storm again.
Give a tiger.
How many successes does it look like we have here? See some measuring. 2 successes. Okay, and it's looking like we're ranging out 5 from Black Panther. I'm curious as to why. This could be something cool here, folks. But, Dani, what do you think it is? Because I have no idea.
I have no clue. Something cool. Look at that.
I mean,
Look
it's
at that
range
measurement
5.
tool. Yeah, range 5.
Could be even be a boat,
Could
I
be
guess.
a boat. Is he throwing a boat? Do we have a boat?
I don't think we have a boat, but as far as range 5 rulers go, this is now the official. Whoop. This is R5.
It looks like a stinky bed.
It does look like a stinky bed. And someone's hiding under it. Who is it? Oh, they're waving. They're saying hi.
Oh, it's Crossbones.
Oh, no, it is
Big
Crossbones.
fists.
You can see it is absolutely Crossbones because he is wearing the Crossbones mask.
Texas Wargamer says, "Black Panther striking Storm. Are they having marital problems?" Yeah, we have an alternate universe Black Panther here. It must be, since we have 2 Black Panthers on the table.
All right, Crossbones is here, guys.
With a
Letting us
smiley
know
face.
exactly.
He's ready to go.
Crossbones
How.
never smiles. He just scowls.
Pounce into Storm, so we're getting... Listen, even if it's not his wife, he's going to pounce in there anyway. Get that doppelganger Storm out of here.
Right, so is Storm the doppelganger or is Black Panther the doppelganger?
Yes.
That's actually, yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
dazed.
Storm is dazed. Gotcha. Hallmark ornaments, OMG, the Cantina band from Star Wars. Oh, that would also be awesome.
Giggity.
So Nate is continuing his just pretty offensive streak
onslaught
here.
right
He's
now.
X-23 Corvus and now Storm this round.
Yep.
It's a lot of flipping. It's a lot of power on him, though.
A lot of power.
Hit back hard. One of my favorite
Yeah.
mechanics in this game, that you can have an absolutely devastating turn against you and then strike back so hard.
Well, and yeah, let's look for that with Omnus next round when he's going to have a very topped-off X-23, a very topped-off Corvus Glaive, and a very topped-off Storm.
I wonder if Nate has like a defensive strategy to account for that, or if he's just flying by the seat of his pants right now.
I'm sure Nate has a strategy.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like we are below him right now to understand his higher level thinking.
It is
Literally
on
in
the
every
stage.
way. Like physically, we're also below him.
Yes.
Just around the
Yes.
floor.
Much like an elevator that's broken, it is wrong on so many levels.
Dirty Cochise, I would love an Onslaught model so much.
That would be rad.
I love that. It's so 90s, but I love that design. Magneto's helmet and those big claws and giant 90s shoulder pads. Ah, he's so cool.
Super cool, super calm. Nate and Omnus Protocol in the semifinal round for the Contest of Champions.
Contest of Champions.
Here at Adepticon.
Dan, I think you make a really good point about one of the mechanics of this game being that, yes, you can have a really devastating turn, you can get a lot of characters' days, but you're going to come back the next round with a lot of power on you and being able to, like, make a lot more moves.
Yeah.
I think it really speaks to the experience of the player, where a beginning player, that would be really demoralizing. Like, oh my gosh, I had 3 characters get it. Like, I know that I feel that way when I play. Like, oh, I had 3 characters days last round. Like, I suck. This is awful. But you really have to just work past that and understand that now you have the power to do a lot of really cool things. You just kind of have to stick with it and really grind down and just make the moves that your characters can make.
And often, after you have that rough round of a bunch of dazing, typically that person's going to end up with priority.
Yeah.
Not always, of course, depends on when those dazes happen, who's activated, but often you get to come back hard and first.
Yes. So it seems like the gold X-Men Black Panther is moving up to get vengeance on the other doppelganger Black Panther for
Now,
hurting Storm.
Completely abandoning those 2 objectives, Nate's home objective and the southern objective. There's nobody anywhere near either of those.
Yeah.
I have the power.
I like that a lot.
Black Panther pouncing into Black Panther.
Ooh,
Okay.
Love to see it. Texas Wargamer, by the power of dazing, I have the power. That's good stuff right there.
All right.
How do you think this is going to work out for Nate's? No, this is Omnus' Black Panther into Nate's Black Panther. I'm not sure if
There's a lot of cracks.
that Black Panther has gotten hurt yet or not.
The talk of the table
Yeah.
is that
Here's.
a little bit of a misplay with Storm, having a portal.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And
All
how
right.
much they're thinking that might have been the game.
Okay, so tableside talk, Chuck is giving us the 411 about what the players are talking about, and they are talking about that failed roll on the spider portal there on the right side of the map, not flipping that over to Omnus' side, and then getting teleported away too is just brutal.
Yeah.
Pounce from Panther into Panther, and defending Panther takes all.
Takes what?
Tanked all of it.
Oh, wow.
All right, so no damage on Black Panther from Pounce onto Black Panther.
Looks like we probably will get a strike here, though. Could be pushing him away.
Yeah. Dan, question in the chat about what kind of Iceman you want when you get an Iceman. And I love that Dirty Cochise is manifesting it. Not if you do, but when you get your Iceman. Do you want Classic or Age of Apocalypse Iceman?
I mean, I will take whatever Iceman I can get in the game, but Age of Apocalypse Iceman is my favorite Iceman. He's got the coolest look with the no mouth look, where his face is very smooth and he's got spikes all over. And he's a bit more ruthless in Age of Apocalypse. He's a little bloodthirsty there. I'd even be fine with Kid Iceman, like, as long as we get him in the game.
Yeah, sure.
I am wearing my cool cosplay Iceman t-shirt Tim got me a while ago, so I can go
How
Ice
did
Beam.
Luke Cage get damage on Black Panther?
But yeah, Age of Apocalypse Iceman would be ideal. I saw the Marvel Legends figures came out with the Age of Apocalypse line with Iceman in it. Haven't been able to find one. I'd love to get it to add to my Iceman action figure collection,
For sure.
Okay.
which includes a couple Age of Apocalypse Iceman figures from the 90s.
All right, so Black Panther got a couple of attacks off, and then looks like he tried to interact with the portal. I don't think we got confirmation on if he got it or not, but he did roll a skull. So did Black Panther get the portal or no?
Omnus' Black Panther did a strike and got the auto push.
Did Black Panther get the portal or no?
No.
No,
Did
okay.
not get the portal.
He did not get the portal.
Nate still has, looks like they're 2-2 for portals.
Then he got pushed.
Yeah.
That portal is just hard to take. It's done it 3 times now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not taking it and getting the push.
So we are ending the round here. We are starting to flip some characters. Dumping
Clean
some.
up these.
So we have X23 dazing Corvus Glaze. Yeah, Corvus's
Glaze.
Glaze. Corvus Glaze.
Covered in sugar.
Opening up a donut
glazed
shop.
Sweet
Yeah.
boy.
Him and his wife just opened up a mom and pop donut shop.
Yeah.
They call it Midnight Glaze.
10, Avengers at 11.
All right, Avengers 11.
Storm is flipped.
And
Corvus is flipped.
X-Men are at 10.
Still quite close.
Super
Yeah.
close.
X-23 is flipped for the X-Men.
And on the side of Nate, I don't think we're seeing... Oh, we're seeing a Black Cat flip here for Nate. And who else has gone 4 rounds without finding the Skrulls by? Gosh,
I'm sure
I mean,
we have
yeah, we
before.
have. We've dropped buckets of dice trying to find something of those. All right, so
Does
it
Nate
looks
still
like
have priority since X-Men
Who has
Black Panther
priority?
went last? Nate still
Nate
has
still has
priority
priority
after all
here.
that dazing.
So,
Good
but the
timing.
only characters that were dazed on Nate was one that had not activated, and there was only one character dazed that had not activated for Omnus.
Yeah, that worked
So
out
they
really
did make it
perfectly
even
for
there.
Nate.
And that's actually going to be huge here
You
going
just try to
into
get
round
rid
4.
of X-23 off the table, or Storm. Storm is not very defensible.
So
Black Panther's right there.
very legitimately, I think that Omnus has been making absolute work out of that Storm teleport.
Yep.
If he can get rid of that early in this round, that is going to be massive. Having that Corvus Blade just showing up anywhere and taking those spider portals back has been a huge part of how Omnus has stayed in it.
Yep.
So I think Black Panther's right there. He has a bunch of power. He took some damage in the last round. I think pouncing and then maybe a strike.
There's a piece of terrain right behind Storm, so you're not going to push her out of range. I mean,
Yeah.
Black Panther's right next to her anyway, if you do strike. But yeah, pound, strike should take her down, and that would be massive for Nate.
It would be.
You might, I would also think about going after X-23 and get her off the table. She's only had 2 activations. Keep it at that so she can't just slice and dice her way through
Right.
everything. We know Cap is at 1 because he had field dressing last round. Maybe start with Cap.
I would start
since
with
he's
Cap.
in danger.
Who are we starting with?
They're debating pretty much Nate that pretty much everybody was
Yeah, Nate has a very important decision here. So,
but it's looking like voodoo.
looking like voodoo, maybe getting some staffs of leg bot and on this X-23. He's got power. He was sapping it
Yep.
all from Corvus in the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be pretty stacked there.
I think that would be an absolutely destructive
Cap may have
round.
used pretty much all, because he did end up with a shield bash. He might not have, shield slam, whatever it's called, might not have much power left to really make it worth going first.
I mean, he probably does because he got dazed effectively last round, so he is probably sitting on a bunch still.
was that after he gone?
It was, but he can only spend 2 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
He took 6 damage, so
Oh, X-23 is absolutely a brawler. She can attack. We've seen her attack 3-4 times in a round with Frenzy. Well, I think Frenzy can only proc once, but she
Yeah.
can easily get 3 attacks in a round with decent dice and going after the right opponents.
Okay, we're-
She's super fast. Her spender is fantastic, only costing 2 power and giving you a movement automatically.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah,
her
she's very
attacks have
versatile
Pierce.
with movement.
Yeah, she's got that built-in reroll for attack and defense. She is really good.
all right, so we did just see a huge whiff from both sides on a Spirit Venom into X-23. No hits and no blocks rolled.
Wow.
What are the odds of that? That's
yeah,
wild.
That's Omnus has got to be loving that.
Yeah. Another Venom.
Another Spirit Venom. That's a shame. Gotcha.
Corvus might sacrifice here.
Because X-23 does only have 2 Mystic Defense. Corvus does have 3 and
Invulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Staff or Glaive of Immortality.
Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn.
Early to rise, early to bed. Makes a man healthy, but also dead. According to Animaniacs.
It's true.
Takes 1.
Corvus takes 1.
It's only 1. It's a rough first activation.
Okay.
And
So
sap at
Corvus.
least.
All right, so Corvus kind of netting out on power here. I don't think X-23 can be thrown from Mr. Voodoo. Dude, it
learned
does
that
look like we're
last time.
taking some measurements here, though.
Still, let's see. Oh, Corvus does still have the Brother Daniel token on him.
That's true. He might want to recall that here to make sure Voodoo stays alive, but he's already activated him dazing here and then coming into play full power in round 5, assuming it goes that far. Might not be awful.
Might be worth it. Yeah, if Nate can eke out 5 points here, he's done. or it's done. He's got it. But same Omnus, if he can get 6, which will be really difficult. That's almost max. The max he can get in this particular setup is 7. So I don't see either of them going that far.
No.
But Omnus is sitting on those 2 objectives that have been completely abandoned.
Redemption event players, that is time.
So I'm not. Ooh, all right. So he's spending 3 power here to move the Brother Daniel token from Corvus Glaive over to X23. So that means she will no longer crit, and she will not be able to contest objectives. So that means Corvus Glaive is the only one that can move over and try to flip that spider portal back
Really
to
interesting
Team X-Men.
choice.
It's going to make her hopefully a little less lethal if her crits are not counting as standard crits.
So with Brother Daniel token, they just don't explode, right? They still count as successes.
That's how I believe it works.
We're bringing it up real quick.
So, Spear of Brother Daniel.
Spender into cap from X-Wave.
Okay.
X23 is getting some attacks off. So, Texas Wargamer, this might be your opportunity to really see X23 in all of her glory. We saw her quite a bit yesterday, and it's just incredible. Nothing went through on this attack, but I'm telling you, man, she just makes quick work.
All right, we got a reroll. He's only going to be taking 1 here, and that's all it needs. So maybe there's nothing about the crit thing and with possession. Maybe we've just been joking about that the whole time. It seems like that might be the case.
We're just, incurable pranksters.
Yeah, just makes it so you cannot interact with, hold, or contest objective tokens, which is so strong.
Yes.
Yeah, having making crits not work would just be too good.
Okay. X23. So, Chuck, does that have cap dazed? No.
Oh.
I thought he just took 1. I don't think we're getting the most accurate information from the sideline here.
Yep.
Because he field dressing last time. Did he have med pack too? Did he use that? We missed it?
No, I don't
Cap
think
may have
so.
gone up to 4.
So no damage went through.
No, 1 damage.
I thought he field dressing. He only had 1 left. I think.
My guess is there was a med pack we just happened to miss.
Right.
My guess is that he's actually attacking Dr. Voodoo here and not Captain America. We'll see.
Well, he just said he was vibranium shielding.
Yeah.
So maybe the first attack was on Voodoo?
And 1 got through. 1 got through on Voodoo.
1 got through on Voodoo, maybe. Huh.
Chuck just said Cap only has 2 damage on him, which would
Did he
add
get
up with
med-packed or
med-pack.
something? Did he get med-packed?
Yes. All right, so we
gotcha.
missed a med
We
pack.
just didn't know the med-pack happened. Good
got it.
call.
I
Good
called
call.
So you were wrong.
X23 into cap, total wash on the
Okay.
So now you're wrong, Dan.
But I was right here.
The
But you said you
whole
weren't
time
gonna
at
get any-
Adepticon 2022.
This guy. You guys. My brother is crazy.
You guys just have that cold look, you
Right?
know?
Yeah.
What?
Things are getting weird here
Much confusion.
at Adepticon,
So
but
weird.
seems like a med pack was in fact used on Captain America, meaning he's actually pretty healthy.
Yeah.
X23 having some massive whiffs here, almost storm. Wow. Blowing
Wow.
wind instead of damage.
See you, Dirty Coachy.
Bye,
Wow.
coaches.
Bye, Dirty.
X-Wing top cut players.
All right.
Time to start soon.
So Nate's got to be happy with that outcome.
Yep.
On
Yep.
this, probably not thrilled. As the adamantium colossal knot himself, still so close, within 1 point here, guys. Still anyone's game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha. That's what it
Thanks,
was.
Darth.
So on the Seance Tactics card is what prevents the crits from exploding.
We brought down bananas that you can. What is it? Dirtbag?
Okay. Nate is activating Black Panther. So we have a Black Panther probably trying to take out a Storm here. I think this is where we see it. There we
Okay.
go. Ooh, with
Yep.
Mantle.
Mantle the Black Panther
Yeah,
so
man. I think
good.
taking Storm down, that's going to be.
Storm took 2.
Critical.
Listen, I don't think she has a whole lot left.
I don't think so either.
She did just flip. She was fresh, but 2 attacks could do this, and the pounce could seal it. You might not even need it. Storm only has 5 on this side. He is going to strike again. Let's see how this goes.
X-Wing top cut
Storm
players.
only took 1. That means she's at 2 left. Storm is capped on energy. Does he have enough for a pounce? Yes, here it goes. Let's see if she can block it. This could be massive.
Yep, Nate doesn't look too
That is
happy.
a dazed storm.
Oh,
That
that's
is
a dazed storm.
That's a dead storm
huge for
off the
Nate.
board.
KO'd storm.
That is
All right.
big.
How unfortunate. Like, that's brutal. So she was capped on power. She could have popped off on her next activation.
Yeah.
And just to be denied that, what do you think Omnus is thinking right now? How do you recover from that?
Listen, if there's anyone that can, very legitimately, it is Omnus Protocol. And I think we're going to see exactly what a retaliation looks like as Corvus Blade is activating and is going to be sinking a Glaive of Immortality in someone who might not be able to hold up all day.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. But yeah, that is a brutal, and it took everything Black Panther had.
Yes.
2 strikes and a pounce to get that 5 damage through. Honestly, Storm held up pretty well
Yes,
against
she did.
it.
Yes, she did.
Surprising. But worth it to get rid of the enemy leader with fantastic ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of buffs gone. Did they use the Storm Hop yet this
No.
round? I didn't think so.
Nope. So X-Men Gold losing Storm's affiliation ability. No more Storm Hops and no more cover. Yes, Wraith. Omnus is choosing violence, and violence will be wrought. Glaive's Edge here, making blanks into successes on his attacks with a reality gem. The first skull is a crit as well. He could do some.
More damage here.
Yeah, and he absolutely could. I think it is not out of reason for both Voodoo and Cap to be taken down here by Corvus Glaive.
If he gets a good round of dice in, yeah, he could. After X-23 softened Voodoo up a little bit.
Not only softened up, but the Brother Daniel token isn't on him. He's only going to be rolling 2 dice on his defenses against Corvus Glaive.
Well, if he's got power, he can take that back pretty easily. And X-23's already gone, so there's no danger. Like, leaving it on her is not... taking it off her is not huge. Isn't terrible for Nate at this point.
Right.
As long as Voodoo has 2 power, he can just whoop, get it right back.
Yeah.
When he's targeted. So
Chuck, before you go, you want to pop in here real quick. What is the atmosphere like up on the stage?
Let me tell you. It's a bit tense, Tim. It's about real tense. Both men, good spirits, but very focused, very determined. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit of dice blaming going on. I don't know about that, but it's actually super valid. Every time that they need something, they just can't seem to get it.
Yeah.
That voodoo whiff was real bad for Nate, unfortunately.
Well, and the X-23 whiff right back.
Yeah. But they're currently talking about a fun new tactics card they just came up with, so that was interesting. But pretty much, it's Omnus debating whether he wants to do a Glaive's Edge or a strike with this Death Blow. He's just going to go with a Death Blow and a strike. There you go, guys.
Okay. So what that means is a Glaive Edge into the Death Blow. That's going to be 7 with Glaive's Edge, right? No Glaive's Edge. Okay.
it's nasty though.
But he wants more power. Okay, so this Death Blow is pretty cool. So this will be 7 physical dice going into...
Needs a wild and a block for Flurry?
So let's see. And this is into Steve or Voodoo, Taylor?
Steve.
Okay, so this is into
Going
Steve.
into Steve.
So blanks aren't counting as successes here.
Days.
Daze
Oh, wow,
is on.
okay.
And he is going to get... Did he get the flurry as well?
I think we got Flurry.
I think we got flurry as well. He might...
He did not get
no
flurry.
Okay.
All right.
Helpful for Voodoo, but he gets a free medium move after this automatically. Still has an interaction to go into Voodoo.
Wait! We didn't roll a while.
Oh, nuts.
Didn't roll wild.
But listen, I guess you can't be too mad at that.
Voodoo recalling Brother Daniel.
Yup.
Voodoo recalling Brother Daniel because he sees a ruckus and some violence about to come down.
You got targeted here by strike or death blow.
Do we have a death blow or a strike here, and does it have glaive?
Taylor.
Nate not looking too happy.
I got just a second finger.
Death
Was a
blow.
death blow.
With glaive?
I can't.
It doesn't matter. He blocks 6.
Wow. Okay.
He blocked 6 on 4 dice.
One success with pierced. Bring it to 5 blocks.
Wow.
4 successes.
He did do the stall and flinch.
Okay.
So it sounds like
So
no damage.
4 hits into 6 blocks. That is incredible. I was under the impression that the chicken house outside was no longer handing out dice, but
We were wrong about
yeah,
that.
apparently she got one more out there.
Nate made a quick trip out to the parking lot before it started.
3
What's
crits
that?
in a wild.
3 crits for the wild on the block. I mean, what a great move to recall that Brother Daniel token last minute to make sure he was rolling 4 dice instead of 2 there. Otherwise,
Yep.
that would have been a very, very different result.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, taking down Cap is
It's good.
super good for Omnus, but he's got to be upset with that
Yeah,
particular
Corvus-
attack.
Did he try to interact? Did Corvus try to interact with the point?
Doesn't have power.
Doesn't have
Oh, he used all his power to do
no.
He needed a single damage to go through there on that strike. Oh, that was a death blow.
Yeah.
that. No, that was a strike.
Oh, what's a
Death
strike?
blow was against Cap.
Okay.
Yeah, because he got a pierce there.
It's Domino for 1.
Who does?
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage
Slaps her
punching
in the
Domino.
forehead for just 1 damage.
This time with failing.
And this time with failing. Second verse, same as the first.
All right, Mr. Tisdale is
Oh,
on
we
the
just
stage.
got. We're going to do 10 minutes.
Emotional damage.
So just so
Ray.
everyone knows how these rules work, in 10 minutes, when time is up, let's actually bring up the Longshanks, pull up, so we can have a timer as well. When the timer is up, the game ends.
Feeling.
That's it.
Don't get the stagger.
No stagger.
Okay, no stagger. on
Any
time.
damage? Oh, she blocks the damage. Kind of a whiff from Luke Cage, only 1 damage through.
All right.
Just didn't have enough for Sweet Christmas there. That's too bad.
He's got to be a little
Is he going
disappointed
for
with
the
that.
objective? Oh, Avengers Assemble. Forgot that was out there. Let's see, looks like Black Panther moving. No, that was Luke Cage. Is it only Luke Cage moving? Only Luke Cage moves with it. Is he interacting with the point, or?
They have it.
Oh, he still has it. That's right. Doesn't need to
Okay.
interact.
At this point, just bubble wrap.
So with 10 minutes left, what do you think? What's Nate's strategy here? Do you start to spread your remaining characters out to grab those points that are not taken, or what do we do?
So right now, Nate's in a good spot. There's about 8 minutes and 3 seconds left in the round, and effectively, if this round does not finish, Nate wins. The rules of the tournament and Dice Down and how it works is once the timer is out, you do not count any more points unless you are already scoring,
Okay.
and Nate will then win. So I think Nate's in a good spot here where he has more objectives in hand.
Okay.
If the round ends and
He's up in
Omnus
points.
doesn't get some more points
Yeah.
here, he's going to be in trouble. So Omnus probably going to want to be playing as quick as possible,
Yeah.
getting as many points as possible to pull this out. Because if this round ends before scoring, Nate is going to walk away,
Right now, he's got 2 portals.
the winner.
Omnus does. Does he have the top one, or is that still Nate's? Because Corvus didn't have power to try to flip it. So
Right.
Right.
So I
He's
think
got-
that's Nate's.
1 book on Domino. Somebody else also have a book on Omnus' side.
Taylor, who has the books?
One on Domino.
One
Domino.
on Domino.
One on Nate's Black Panther.
Nate's
One on
Black
Nate's
Panther.
Black
One on
Panther.
Luke Cage.
And
And
Luke
one on
Cage.
Luke
Ooh,
Cage.
so Omnus is only looking at 3 points at the moment
Yeah.
compared to Nate's 4.
Do you think that they can finish this turn
I think
and
this
do the scoring?
I think this round will finish because we have a dazed Cap. Corvus is gone. X-23 is gone. Voodoo's gone. Luke Cage is gone. Domino's gone. Most of the Black Panthers have gone. Yeah, we're looking at probably how many activations left before the end of the round.
Black Cat is sitting on 4 power.
Okay.
Sitting on 4 power. It's a nice place for her to be able to do a couple different things.
Big Positive Geek. This is super tense.
It
Like,
really is.
we are the casual people covering this, but I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, Domino's going right now. She
Yep.
just moved down to the southern objective.
Yep.
That's an odd choice. Doesn't he already own that?
I thought so. Maybe
Maybe
he's
not.
bubble wrapping it? Not that I don't think Nate has anybody in range to go down there. I'm not sure what Omnus' play here is.
Just moving Luke Cage for better movement.
Okay.
So now
also, Black Cat's trying to get down there. So that domino move was to make sure that it was going to be a little bit more difficult for Black Cat to try to take that bottom portal.
Yeah.
That was a
Sure why
counterplay.
he's not just going for his home portal then, where nobody is at. Black Cat could definitely get there with a double move and a grappling hook.
Yeah. It's a good question, man.
Rotating the terrain a little bit to make it easier to interact with around it.
All right.
Some
So we're
precise
gonna
measuring.
Yes, I love the precision here with the measuring.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just heard a die hit the floor. Could be wrong though.
yeah.
Dropping.
Spends to steal.
Spending to steal.
Steal it.
Steal the book. Oh, that is huge.
Yep.
Just taking a point away from
And then she grabs hooks to the other side of the terrain.
grappling hooks to the other side of the terrain to
What a
place
smart
over
move.
there. Behind a size 3, she is well hidden.
What a good move with Black Cat.
That's
Wow.
brutal. Just flipping it a bit, that brings Nate up to 5 and Omnus down to 2 currently.
Shadow Marble, Black Cat doing Black Cat things. And like, I've used Black Cat a few times and I can admit I did not use her properly, so it's really nice to see just exactly how she should be used.
Yeah, okay, so we are getting a confirmation here on whether we are going to be doing dice down. This is the Contest of Champions. They might make an exception here.
We're so close to the end of this round.
Yeah.
We got 4 minutes left. We only have a couple activations left.
Just gonna have to play fast.
Well, and that's the thing. While we may be finishing this round, finishing another round would be hard. Could Omnus come back in a later round? Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
This game is not decided by anything, unfortunately, right now.
I think we
Then
have
dice down.
Omnus' Black Panther attacking Nate's Black Panther.
It looks like it.
A little bit of movement. Oh, I think they moved Luke Cage before moving back to where he was.
We are not going to start a new round.
Not starting a new round. So
Okay.
we have just a couple activations left here.
That
Omnus is
is.
in a rough spot. Oh, we'd use Heroes for Hire.
What's that?
Panther in a cage there.
Panther in a
Okay.
cage. Okay.
So it looks like we're trying to maybe move some people off at this point to take it back for Omnus. So let's.
We haven't seen the Iron Fist all week, which
No.
is shocking because he's been really popular in other leagues and
I
things.
saw him on a display board.
Yeah.
He's here.
Push that goes first. And Cage gets a push.
Aggressive right back. Yeah. Okay, so Panther
So
pushing
pushing
Luke
and
Cage off.
pushing.
Luke Cage saying, I'll be right back.
Yep. Just imagine this, like, you know, the story that this is telling. I know Dallas loves the idea of the story unfolding as they're playing. And, like, you know, Black Panther comes up to Luke Cage and, like, shoves him, and Luke Cage, like, looks at him and, like, just, boop, shoves him right back.
Hands in pockets, walks back up. Like,
Yep.
but
I
very
love that.
aggressively.
Yes. Because you're not going to push Luke Cage without retaliation. Like, give me a break.
You're not just push him around.
No way.
Not only does he have unbreakable skin, but an unbreakable will to be back on that point.
Galactic Redemption event players,
Okay,
Gold Squadron.
so-
Left to activate.
Galactic
Pretty
Redemption
much
event
done.
players.
Think-
Pairings
yeah.
have been created. I have the new ones right
Yeah,
here in
this
my
is
hand.
pretty much over. We have a
We got a
handshake.
handshake. Assuming
Right.
it's Nate's game then, based on what we've
will.
seen. Taylor's updating the score tracker.
Yeah.
What do we got for final score there? Eye in the sky, Taylor. Avengers
16 on Avengers.
got just a 16. So at least the clock
Oh.
here isn't really an issue because he,
Plus 2 for X-Men.
so he's at 13.
So-
No, 12.
12. Okay,
That's
so this
10, right?
so this game did
All right,
end
perfect. That ends
without
that.
dice down.
We don't have to worry about the clock here.
Okay, yeah.
Nate gets a solid 16.
Beautiful.
So just outright win.
Wow.
Well done.
I really liked watching Nate's playing style. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen him a few times on here, but just I feel like this is worth so much more because it is the Contest of Champions, and knowing that he's going into the final round, he has so much finesse. He was calm the whole time, really collected, and just watching the moves that he made and like figuring out why he would do this and why he would make that choice. Really interesting to watch. Same thing with Omnus too, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and we've seen Omnus a whole bunch this week, and what an incredible player. What an incredible person, very legitimately cultivating a lot of goodwill and just kind of happy thoughts and feelings in the community as a whole.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was a good game for both sides, too. Nate is going to go on into the final round of the Contest of Champions, which we will see right here.
It's either going to be against Aaron England or Nick Jolliffe, who were the other game.
Yeah, Nick as well was on the stream yesterday. One of the first games of the day there. Absolutely gorgeous display board.
He also won Best Painted.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is with that display. Him and Eric both shared that. They were our first game yesterday, first matchup, two Best Painted rosters here for awesome to see.
Yeah,
So
just beautiful work.
we'll see we'll find out who's going to be up against Nate in the finals.
Yes. So it looks like we're getting some talk. Still all smiles. Kind of just describing, dice. At the end of the day, when you're at this level of play, these guys know every rule back and forward, know how the games works, and they have hundreds of games under their belt. They 100% comes down
Here's
to the
Mr.
dice.
Tisdale.
Mr. Tisdale himself.
With Nate.
All right. So we're getting some word to Dani right now.
I think that would be great. Interviews with top 2 players?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Cool.
We're going to get a little interview here before the finals. We'll get Nate, and did we find out who the other top is?
He did not say.
Okay.
But we are going to have interviews with our top 2, the finalists in the Contest of Champions.
Yes.
This is coverage you can literally only find here.
It is. That's
So-
100% accurate. And if you're into Marvel Crisis Protocol, and especially people playing it live, every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can find that right here, live from upstate New York. We will be playing at Bearded Dragon Games and Hobbies, except we do it a little bit differently. Because it's not a tournament, and quite frankly, it's a lot of fun. We have a bunch of redeemables that you can use your channel points for to affect the game. Removing power, banning powers,
giving characters power.
Making Tim wear the visors. Oh, wait, they can still do that here.
Yeah, they can in fact still do that here. If you like
sing everything we say.
Yeah.
speaking stupid voices, listen, it's all there every Monday on Oh Yeah, the Power Phase.
And we have a lot of different level of play. Like the people that we're seeing today on the board, they are the top of the top. It doesn't get any better than this. And then we have new players like me on our channel. So if you are getting into it or you just want a little bit more like thought out, we really explain like why I'm doing this and what if I do that as opposed to this. We've got our guy in the chair, Anthony, who helps out a lot, especially with my decisions. So if you are into that sort of thing, by all means, Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here on our Twitch.
Zero the Hero. We had 76 pre-register or 75 pre-register and 65 enter.
Yep.
65 enter. Only one man's going to walk out, and 2 of those men are left. We are going to be talking to both of them here shortly. Nate GG as well as potentially Nick, potentially Aaron England.
Yeah.
Taylor, who's playing Nate?
First time viewer, Professor Ulysses.
Who's playing Nate in the finals?
I think you might be right there.
Did he say?
Did you find out yet?
Oh, we did not find out.
Okay.
So they're going to pull the 4 together.
Okay.
And have a chit chat on timing and stuff.
Okay.
We'll
Cool.
talk about timing and everything for the last round.
So thankfully timing didn't affect this game here that we just watched.
Correct. So
Because he did get to 16.
right when we got to 16.
Yep.
Okay.
There was definitely a crunch at the end there.
Professor Ulysses says he thinks it'll be Aaron versus Nate. Maybe Longshanks has been updated. I'm not
No,
sure how
we're still
to-
waiting for the confirmation. The game
'cause
could
they
still be
gotta have a
going
chat.
on. Because there was, the time did just finish up. So I think they are deliberating on how to score that other game. Thankfully, that was not over here.
Yeah.
Because you hate to see that happen.
Yeah.
But either way, it's going to be Nate. Nate's going to be there. He's going to say GG to someone
I wonder if he's going to stay on the same side of the table or if he wants to move.
if he wants to mix it up.
Yeah.
Could very well be.
Yeah, come on down.
All right, let's get a tactical jailer and a big Chuck in here to see what they thought as they had the absolute best seats in the house.
So
Yeah.
we've seen both of these people on the table before. And I literally was just telling them, I'm like, I'm going to go sit, I'm going to go chat. I love both of you. Just honestly, it was so close.
Yeah.
It was so close. And I'm sure Omnus, he was chit-chatting with them up there. He decided that not throwing, I think it was not throwing maybe Black Cat or Black Panther off of that middle Omnus objective really cost him the game there. He's like, that was the one thing. And the entire game, throw and the chuck in there, hey, right. He said the entire game, every single roll that he made, he was either, one damage less than he needed. He needed one more power the whole time. He caused one extra damage, and he shouldn't have. He's like, it was just one every time.
It was. Some wing it tokens really could have been the game changer there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
So I don't know what you think about this, Chuck, but watching Corvus Blade initially in those first 2 rounds moving around to get objectives, I wasn't expecting, but I mean, it kept the game super close for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that field dressing on Captain America, as well as that failed roll on the right side spider portal, really, I think, kind of decided it at the end of the day. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I think there was a couple of really big, huge plays on Nate's end, but I think what really, really hurt was that Storm not being able to flip the portal.
Yeah.
That was really huge. There was a bit of a misplay. Omnus, I think Omnus thought with his Black Panther, not sending his Black Panther to the other portal on Nate's side to try to flip that one too, try to do something. He had to he had to try to mitigate Nate from scoring points. It was close. I mean, that score was close almost the entire time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
They were neck and neck. 2 really good players, 2 really good, just amazing sportsmanship on the table, which is awesome.
For sure.
Not as much of a knockdown, drag-out fight as I was expecting. I was expecting violence this morning, and we really got a game of points and attrition out of it.
I don't know. There was a lot of bloodshed.
Let me rephrase that. I was expecting round 1 to just knuckles to faces.
So
Gotcha.
That's what I want. That's what I was expecting to see, and then I forgot. Oh no, I'm the only one who plays that way. So it was good. It was really cool to watch 2 veterans of the game, legends in the community, just
go head to head.
Just go to head to head.
Yeah.
Nate is a cool, calm, collected dude. You can tell that he's just studying on Omnus's turn. Omnus analyzing critically analyzing everything, making he's like, okay, I could do this and I'll sit here and I'll figure this out, or I can do this and I'll sit here and figure this out. And it's mind games. It's all mind games. They're 2 really great competitors. I have nothing else to say other than that.
So, quite legitimately, to your first point where you said you were expecting more bloodshed, the fact that they set up in the middle, head to head, all 5 characters directly in the middle of their deployment zones, I did not expect all those characters to fan out over the whole table on round 1.
Right.
Because the whole table was covered with characters. It was amazing.
Well, and with these 2 particular crises, and they were talking about you have to get people to portals as quick as possible.
Absolutely.
You have to get, and you want those books.
Yeah.
There's under no circumstance. We saw in previous games, it's terrifying when a character gets a book.
A Juggernaut with a book was chucking, 9 dice?
Listen, as we all know,
crazy.
reading is power.
That's true. It's
and
very
it's
true.
just, it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm really excited to maybe see what the finals are going to be. My assumption would be it's going to be Nate and Nate. I think it's Nate versus Nate. I could be wrong about that.
Nate versus Nick.
Nick?
Very well.
So his name is Nate.
So it is going to be...
Omnus at Nate again?
No. So
I'm sorry.
They're going to play for 3rd and 4th.
Oh, they are going to play
Omnus
for 3rd and 4th.
and Nick for 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, because they wanted to debrief on timing.
Uh-huh.
Because we do want to get some interviews in as well at some point, I believe.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yep. So it does look like we are going to have a 3rd game in this contest of champions to decide 3rd and 4th place. Listen, it's all about honor here at Adepticon, and we're going to keep that intact.
You got to shake those hands.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss
Also,
those
thanks,
babies.
Ghosts of and Acuron Blade, thank you for the follows.
Yeah, for real. Thank you so much. The energy was high between both characters, even though they looked so stoic up there.
Right.
And again, 2 great dudes just laughing and giggling at the complete appropriate moments. Oh, Nick, who had that awesome display board.
Yeah.
He actually won Best Display Board. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, for sure.
It was awesome.
And the other gentleman that we had against him in that first round yesterday, both taking
Oh, yeah, he Best Painted.
Best Painted.
Fantastic.
So we were very lucky to have them on both at the same time.
And of course, go check out the VOD.
Yeah, it's
that was the first game yesterday.
First game of the day yesterday.
Day 2
of day 3.
Of day 3.
And we should have these.
Time is relative at this point to us.
Yeah, for real.
We are officially lost within the cosmos of the con.
That is very, very true.
This time with feeling. And these will eventually hit YouTube as well.
Oh,
is
absolutely.
That right? Yeah.
100%.
Cool.
Probably, I'm sure later this week.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know specifically Mike Tisdale was very interested in watching these last couple of matches.
Yeah.
Was a display board and Best Painted on video. Yes.
It was.
So our first video yesterday?
For our first game yesterday was a knockdown and gorgeous displays. Absolutely phenomenal displays. The
for real.
talent within this community is unmatched.
And shout out to Ravensguard. His minis yesterday were gorgeous as well.
Super thematic. I really love the idea that it was like they all had a piece of like destroyed Sentinel on them, and it was really cool.
Really great. Really great.
And that kind of like it felt like that old like iconic like I don't think it was because it wasn't necessarily animated style, but that kind of like opening trailer to was it X-Men Evolutions, I think, or something, where like that blue light is like casting over him and stuff or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yep. Just coming from the back, that was really neat. We got Mike talking with Dan and Dani up there after the deliberation between champions for round timing.
And honestly, shout out to Mike.
Oh, heck yeah. And his whole team.
Yeah, the whole team here has done an amazing job of running all the tournaments, all the events here.
Yeah, for sure. GG with the GG, that's for darn sure.
All right.
Oh, beautiful.
We're going to start the final round. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, so you're hearing it here first. The players are going to take a break. We're going to have them on here to discuss a little bit about what they're thinking about their last games and then going into the final game of the Contest of Champions.
Yeah.
And then we will get right into it. Folks, we will be back in about 5, maybe 10 minutes. And we're going to swap out some terrain.
Yeah, for
We're going to make it pretty.
Maybe we'll see a Sanctum even.
You have to have a gorgeous board for the final round of the Contest of Champions from day 4 here at Adepticon at the Schwamberg Convention Center.
Schwamberg.